Hi everyone. So I'm gonna be looking to the right because I wrote some notes down since I have a lot to say. So Jocelynn Carranza, an 11-year-old girl in Texas, took her own life. From my understanding, it's because she was being bullied by schoolmates who thought it was funny to threaten and scare her, saying that ICE would deport her family. And they did not just do this to her, but they also did this to other Hispanic kids. And I'm sure the parents put these ideas into these kids. And that's so messed up and irresponsible as a parent. It's crazy that parents are out here poisoning the minds of their children with this hatred. And it's just ridiculous and inexcusable. Parents are given these blessings by God that we call children, and parents are responsible to rear them to be good human beings, essentially to be saints. And this is not the behavior of saints. And MAGA, yo, the Republicans, the party of the Christians and the pro-lifers, it's not a good look for the Republicans or for the Christians or for the pro-lifers to have their children bullying others to death. And this is essentially indirect murder. And I would have more respect if Republicans or those on the right or conservatives came out and spoke out about it, but from what I know, they are silent. I haven't seen much mention about it. They were so outraged about Laken Riley, as they should have, because someone that happened to be an undocumented individual murdered her. But once it's a child of the potentially undocumented, their silence. Both Laken Riley and Jocelynn Carranza are daughters of God with equal human value and dignity. The Republicans, the party of the supposedly strong men, why are y'all being cowards and not speaking out about it? We have to say both of their names and share their stories and do it without seeking political gain, but instead just to truly honor them. I want to see more coverage on this, and I want the right to say something about it too. But honestly, I'm not going to hold my breath about it. And another thing, we really have to take our actions more seriously. We have to stop dehumanizing people. That's why I hate the word illegal or alien to describe human beings. And I know many on the left hate it too, not because of denying the unauthorized immigration status, but because it's mad dehumanizing. You don't need a PhD to know that, and the intention doesn't matter. It's a very clear negative connotation, especially to describe human beings. Plus, most of the time, I can tell that it's said with such bad intentions and purposely wanting to put down this group of human beings. And we need to be careful with the political actions we take that will impact undocumented people too. This is not the only case of suicide that I have heard of regarding someone who is likely to be part of an undocumented family or is an undocumented person themselves. They just don't speak out about it because obviously it puts people in danger of deportation. Same with those on H-1B visas and so on. There's big consequences for trying to advocate for yourself. We just have to do better as human beings, for real. So I leave y'all with someone else's story, an undocumented young man who took his own life. And I hope y'all can consider pushing for an immigration reform if y'all really hate that people are here without authorization so bad. Because basically everyone who is undocumented would get their green cards or whatever if it was that easy. But it's really not that easy, and these people in their lives should not be taken as a joke. They should be taken with the same seriousness as someone close to us, because just like our close loved ones, undocumented people are human beings, children of God, and our brothers and sisters in Christ. We have to find humane solutions and stop acting like these people aren't people. So like I said, I will leave y'all with this story, and I will pray that y'all take it seriously for real. So, the day after Thanksgiving, in 2011, Joaquin Luna, an 18-year-old senior at Juarez Lincoln High School in Mission, Texas, wrote letters of goodbye to relatives, friends, and teachers in the pages of a spiral notebook. He asked his brother to take good care of his nephews and his niece. He let a friend know he had left a memento for her in his Bible. He helped his diabetic mother to bed, kissed her goodnight, and told her that he loved her and needed her forgiveness. Then he put on a suit and tie, went into the bathroom, and shot himself in the head with a .38 revolver. He died instantly. Joaquin was born right across the border in Tamaulipas, Mexico, and was brought to the United States at the age of 6 months. After the suicide, his brother said Joaquin had been distraught over his legal status, which left him with little hope of ever fulfilling his dream of becoming a civil engineer. Joaquin had already been accepted into several prestigious universities, but found out his immigration status made him ineligible for scholarships. He knew that his family could not afford the tuition, and he also knew that as an undocumented person, he would not qualify for federal financial aid. He also knew that he would risk deportation if he tried to cross the checkpoint to attend college outside the Rio Grande Valley. And even if he did complete a college degree, he knew a career as an engineer afterwards would be out of reach. His mother, Santa Mendoza, buried her son on her own birthday. "I think I buried myself with him," she said a few months later. His funeral card, which still rests in an alcove in her living room, depicts a confident Joaquin in a white shirt and a black tie. The message reads, "Para llegar al cielo no se necesitan papeles." To get to heaven, you don't need papers. And at the time that this was written, it says that more than 2.5 million undocumented young people like Joaquin have lived in the United States since childhood. Of these, more than 1 million are now adults. They often face secondary borders related to social mobility after having crossed the physical border, especially hurdles to accessing higher education and entering the workforce.